Hello and welcome. If you are just joining me, we're analyzing some Age of Empires 4 matches. In this particular example, we're taking a look at the player Trajan, the Roman Emperor himself, in the blue on the west side of the map. And the map is a mountain pass, I think? Mountain pass. He's playing as the English. Something worth noting is I don't know if Trajan is an English main. Sometimes it helps to know if, like, oh yeah, this is what I do. This is... Or I prefer a certain style. Like, some people have told me I like playing Abbasid, two-town center, boom. Okay, great. We can work with that. Looks like an early second scout. I like it. I'm assuming part of this is to prevent any shenanigans in early walling the pass. So I do not mind this at all, especially on this map. Try to grab more sheep this way. And he's against Strawberry, who is playing as the French. So classic European battle. 100 Years' War playing out in front of our very eyes. I will probably speed up the early part just a little, and I'll slow down once the scouts kick in. Man, English TCs are so brutal. Like, he would have died if he turned back here. Just the double arrow fire is very nasty. Let's close this up here so we don't see our opponent's resources. Okay, so you pop by. I didn't notice how many villagers were on gold. I was busy trying to find my hotkey for a sec. Interesting. I'm assuming as well you cannot get through this part of the pass. I'm going to leave it unexplored for now, but I'm assuming you tried to click through it and could not. But we'll find out in just a sec. Looks like you're going to try to manually go there yourself, which I like quite a lot. And there you go. You see the mountain passes there. This is pretty cool. Tower right in the middle, so he can't wall it up, followed by a mill. So I'm assuming if this is your play, I'm assuming we're going to get pretty serious feudal pressure. Because realistically, you can't defend this mill, right? Though it's in front of where you would wall, unless you did some kind of crazy wall up here. So I like this a lot. I like this aggression. And then I thought I did something wrong. Nope, just an outpost being built. You can now afford Council Hall. Good stuff. So I would like as well, get a scout forward, figure out what he's up to. He's got a scout here. Semi-hiding in... This is like the world's smallest stealth forest. Right here. Alright, opponent has hit feudal. In my opinion, this scout should be diving for this. Like, you know, figure out what he's up to. You want to see if a knight pops out, if a scout pops out, something like that. He's presumably seen this outpost of yours. Something to keep in mind as well. So they have one villager up here. Forward Barracks. Very aggressive. I like it. He can run all the way to your home with a knight, right? He doesn't, unless you wall this off, he doesn't have to fight around here. So that's part of why I'm suggesting, so I like this position, but I still think you should find, unless for some reason the map isn't letting me see it, I think you need to find his school of cavalry. I'm guessing you saw his TC as well, but because I switched players, we lost that, so I'm guessing that's right here. Okay, Barracks is up. I'm assuming you're going to do a blacksmith or something, and then it's... Well, you might not have the wood right away. So longbow... Early men-at-arms, maybe? Let's see what this barrack gets up to. Maybe even just spearmen to deal with the early knights. Longbow spearmen. Probably be... So Council Hall is currently idle. So... Okay, you're now producing longbows. I think you could afford it earlier. So you want to get on that as quickly as you can. Going directly into this tower. This is a good wall. I like this wall a lot. I would rather it... Hopefully you extend it to force them to go near the outpost. Nice usage of the scout for sure. Scout's running around. I mean, he's looking like he wants... I think you get him here. He must be down. And this game is so chill sometimes. It's just like, just taking in the music. Yeah, there he is. Saw the body briefly. So School of Cavalry's here. I really think you need the scout here. Like, what's happening with knights? So it looks like horsemen. Only the first spearman coming out now. I think this, so far, the biggest mistake is being slow to produce military units. Spearman obviously won't cut it when there's archers involved, but it will at least defend your barracks. Honestly, I think he should just consider running by. It looks like he's going to torch this. But he could definitely run by and cause serious problems. Probably not there. He'd probably drive you off gold, something like that. Speaking of gold, I think it's worth questioning why you have 3 villagers on gold. Okay, so he does run by. Yeah, picking off longbows. Not a great spot, all things considered. You do have... Okay, yeah, the villager is still alive. So I think, in theory, like, as soon as you can... Yeah, these horsemen are really doing a good job. You need to complete this wall. Or further it, rather. Advance it. He's halfway done here. If he sees these, they're dead. You need to be careful with this. And down. Looks like this might not be a good engagement from him. I mean, there's too many spearmen. He would have been better off looking for more longbows to fight. He pulls them close to his archers. I mean, so far he's playing it pretty well. Looks like he's more or less content to cause trouble over here rather than head to your base. I think these horsemen here would be completely paralyzing, right? Because you'd lose so many longbows, especially after the recent patch. Yeah. I think this position has to be abandoned. I think it lost its value a while ago. I mean, obviously there's value in production buildings, but... like, if you wanted, you just produce a few spearmen, sit them in here. If they come with a bunch of horsemen, pop the spearmen out. If they come with archers, the tower shoots at them. Aeroslit's coming up, but it might work out for you. He only has 3 torches on this building, 4 coming up now. Little distraction game. Okay. Yeah, I think... oh, this really needs to be re-upped. And one problem as well with forward bases is people tend to lose focus, and they lose focus on their own economy. So, for example, you've had 3 villagers on gold, but I don't see any plan for that gold. So these villagers on... You're on stone. Interesting, yeah. I think you would have wanted them on these berries, probably. And you're still... Yeah, it looks like maybe you've stopped now. Queuing the... Might lose another villager here. Yeah, this game not looking too hot here. I'm going to speed up a little. Like, effectively, I think there's already enough lessons. We go through that now. You can do a forward base. I like this a lot. You want to be quicker about the wall, and you want to be quicker with your military production. You had a council hall. You you know, 20 plus seconds to make any longbows. That could be 3 longbows. You had a barracks. I don't think you produced any spearmen for a while. That could be a few spearmen. So that first bunch of horsemen that came out, you could have fought. Then additionally, you didn't see any horsemen. So you want to scout with this in sight. So like, I like this scout. He's watching the villagers on the berries, but I didn't see any real usage of that information. This scout being here is much more useful. Hopefully just out of sight lines, and then you see everything popping out of the School of Cavalry. So your opponent has now moved up here, slowly taking this out. Looks like you're walling off, and I'm assuming we're going to see a TC any second, given the stone you've been collecting. Outpost here. Don't mind it, especially for the English. This really, really, really needs to be re-upped. Look at the walk time here. Okay. 13 seconds spent chopping, and something like 11 seconds spent walking. So you're basically having your, a little less. You're losing, let's say, about a third after, given that you already have to do some walking. So he's starting to head forward. Obviously not ideal. He finds your scout, kills it. You're upgrading this. Looks like it already has arrow slits. Yeah, so he's not going to be eager to push behind this, but I was about to say he should just take Castle Age. Take it a little slower and then punish you that way. You have 300 stone. Did you add a TC? Or was that stone just for tower upgrades? Yeah, I don't see a town center. Don't have enough wood for one either. If you wanted one... Okay, well, you are closer to Castle Age at least. Looks like you're going to do it now. So you made it work. You made it work with a market. Didn't see go up at the back here. This is a nice cozy spot. I've come to like this, especially with the wall there. Really nice spot for your villagers. Oh, stone walls. Well, I like what you're doing. Your opponent should not have allowed you to do this. Looks like he might see it and stop you. Looks like you might have got a little up of everyone. We'll have to see. He's got to keep going up. Got a mangonel. Well, you definitely delayed him. He's got a very strong presence in the center of the map now. He did King's Palace. Where did that stone... Oh, it went for all the stone walls. Okay, so I guess my next thing is really just usage of resources. And you can see now, 1,800 food in the bank. There's no way you want to have 1,800 food. Sometimes you'll see people hit that with wood, because wood, like, players tend to direct villagers to wood, and then if they, you know, look away for a minute, it spikes. But food, that should be spent. So you're adding double siege workshop. That definitely won't spend your food. Unless you're planning on like a fast imperial or something. Or I shouldn't say fast imperial. A sudden imperial. Okay, he's busting into your cozy place. Sounds a little weird. Yeah, nice mangonel. Ooh, almost got it. Got one of them. Can slow down a little here. I think basically though the game is spent. I mean, if you won now, it would be major mistakes on his end. He has you in a small corner of the map. Your only access to wood. There's a little back here, but basically this wood line. So, you know, even a few springolds could basically kill you. I guess you're still finishing up this, but I think the double siege workshop's a mistake. I don't know how you're going to get the wood to use that actively. keep coming up. You can afford Imperial Age now. Okay, hold up. Look at your resources. I mean, there's... I know it's late in the game, and I've already said you've kind of lost already. The thing is, this issue existed at the start of the game too, right? So when we saw stone, like 330 stone is not a small amount to just be sitting there. I assumed this was going to be a town center, and it didn't materialize. So I don't think you have a plan for spending your food, and I think that's a concern. The double siege workshop made that. Look at this. Double siege workshop made that very clear to me. And then the fact that you had villagers on gold for so long, with no plan to spend gold. I think if your villagers were not on gold and were instead on food, and you just actively made longbows and spearmen, you could have still been in this position. Could have extended that wall. You could have not lost to the initial horsemen. You know, you wouldn't have a keep here. And you could be the one actually applying all of the pressure in this game. But unfortunately, the game is lost. Red Palace is going up. This thing eats everything. Let's just speed up to see this thing go up. It's always a treat to see the Red Palace. These Springolds. That is enough Springolds. Whew. You even gonna let it finish? Ah, you GG'd right before he finished. Unbelievable. Okay, well, folks, that is the game. Trahan, thanks a lot for the match. I hope you enjoyed this. Folks, if you enjoyed this one, follow me on Twitch, YouTube. All these videos make it to YouTube, and I release daily casting and analysis videos. So check those out, Paragon RG there. Trahan, I liked your aggressive expansion. Really enjoyed that. There's a lot of good things going here. I think you just need more focused play. Just need to make sure that you are spending your resources. It's basically the simplest way to go about it.